Hey guys, what's going on? It's Overpowered here. And if you just saw my class selection on the screen, that's going to pretty much be transitioning me into the commentary topic today. And I'm going to be commentating basically overpowered weapons in the Call of Duty history and my feelings on them, as well as some other people's feelings as well. Pretty much, I'm using the gameplay here, the FAMAS and dual wield Lavkas, which are two weapons that I believe everybody can agree are definitely overpowered. The FAMAS is a one burst at almost every range. I think literally every range if you hit all your shots. And dual wield Lavkas are seriously overpowered considering they one burst as it is, and when they dual wield they're extremely accurate. And I've literally one bursted people from AR range with those dual wield Lavkas. So I'm gonna be talking about pretty much how do I feel on these things, because I use them, I know other people use them, and do I think it's fair, do I think it's cheap, do I think it's cheating, anything like that. And pretty much my overall opinion on it is that everybody can use whatever they want. It annoys the shit out of me sometimes too. Like, I can't stand when people use IEDs and ghosts and stuff like that, and as you saw me dying from a claymore there, you know, people use them. And it's gonna happen, and to be honest, you gotta get used to it. I haven't fully gotten used to it. I'm sure some of you guys haven't fully gotten used to it, but it happens, you know? If a good way to strategize in a certain game mode is playing claymores and sitting in a room, then that's what some people are gonna be doing, and you have to get used to that. And if they're doing better than you, maybe you should try doing the same thing. That's pretty much been my motive towards everything in Call of Duty. You know, you can see me playing claymores and sitting in holding down an area, and people call that camping, but hell, I'm a camper. You know, I have nothing else to say. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't camp at all, because I do. And I am proud to say that, because free-for-all, that's the best way to go. I can't stand it when people yell at me because I'm a camper, think that's an insult. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm a camper. Because that's the best way to play this game mode. You know, if you're going to sit here and run around the map and die from behind a million times in a row, that's your decision. I'm not going to sit here and say you're not allowed to do that. But if my strategy is working better than yours, I don't feel like anything cheap about it. It's the best way to play that game mode, and if you're gonna sit here and walk into me over and over, that's your fault. You can do the same exact thing I'm doing. So yeah, I'm a camper, you know, that's pretty much it. I do use overpowered weapons as well. You're gonna see here, I'm using FAMAS, dual Ravkas, all that, and I pretty much do the same thing in most Call of Duties, but I don't just say, okay, that's an overpowered weapon, so that's the weapon I'm gonna use. I use it based on what I want. If I think that I perform at my very best with this weapon, I'm going to use that weapon. You know, stats aren't a huge factor to me. Obviously, they have a big role, like especially in game battles and stuff. But I'm not just going to use that overpowered weapon no matter what. Such as the MSBS. I never use that in Ghost, even though that's the most overpowered weapon and does the most DPS. I'm not using that weapon because I feel like I perform a hell lot better with a bunch of different weapons. Same goes for MW3. I don't use the Type 95 and MK14 all the time. I use them occasionally, don't get me wrong. But I don't use them all the time because I feel like I perform a lot better with stuff like the ACR and MP7. And for other people that use overpowered weapons, it's annoying. Don't get me wrong. It gets annoying, but to be honest with you, it's the way it is. I can do the same thing. I know some people like, I believe Birdman, as well as Bounty 420, Black Ops 2. They got a lot of hate for every single gameplay they got. It was with the FAL. I'm not sure about if it was Birdman exactly, but I think it was him, as well as Bounty 420. Every gameplay they got, they always used the FAL, and that was obviously the most overpowered weapon in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And pretty much, I have no problem with people that use the FAL. I use it myself, and why do I use it? Because I perform very well with it. I use AN, I use MSMC, I use all the guns, but FAL I perform very well with, and I'm not going to sit here and not use guns just because other people are going to bitch about it. That's it for today's commentary. Hope you guys did enjoy, and post your opinions down below. I'd love to hear what you guys kind of think on overpowered weapons and the way people view that people play in the game. You know, do you think that camping is a bad thing? Do you camp? Stuff like that. I would love to hear from you guys. And I hope you guys did enjoy the gameplay as well as my commentary. And I'll see you guys later.